Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Accounting Educator. I'm Safir Ahmed, a senior lecturer in accounting and finance in a UK university. I also work with ACCA as an early career ambassador. This video is relevant if you're currently studying Business Awareness AAT Level 3. I will be going over Task 2 Practice AAT Practice Assessment 1. And this is quite important task, and a lot of students, they tend to struggle in this area because it's application of knowledge rather than just a straightforward knowledge, and also where a written response is needed. So therefore, you need to kind of structure your answer well. Also, you need to make sure that the kind of language you are using, the sentence construction is important as well, that your sentence makes sense of what you're trying to say. So in a question like this, what you need to understand, of course, what is Pestle analysis. Obviously, Pestle analysis is the external environmental factors which can affect a business. So to what extent it affects the organization, it depends on the type of the organization, it depends on the industry that where this business operates in, it depends on the size of the organization as well, and also the nature of the business, that nature of the products and services as well. So in a question like this, the first thing first, I will suggest you to read the requirement first. So then once you are going through this little scenario, you understand that what you're looking for. So part A is for each of the three specified Pestle categories. Identify one threat facing holidaymaker. So in the context of Pestle analysis, those different external external factors, and they are very specific. So you need to identify one threat, one economic threat, or from an economic factor that given the situation of the business and given this scenario. And then what you need to do is explain one action the holidaymaker could take to reduce threats under each category. Okay, so now let's read the little scenario to understand that what this business is all about. Holidaymaker is a business operating in the hotel and tourism industry. Now, if I was you, I will be kind of, making my little notes in rough working in exam, or highlighting this, that the industry that this business operates in is, of course, hotel and tourism industry. And it will straightway come in my mind that not everyone can afford holidays, depending on people's money situation, depending on people's economical situation. So that will come in my mind that it's not a necessity, but it's more kind of luxury in that sense, if people can afford it. But also it can vary from culture to culture as well. And in the UK and EU is quite common that people go on holidays if they can afford to do so. Yeah. So it operates a fleet of planes from a major airport in the UK, which also fly to European countries. It also owns hotels throughout the UK and the rest of the Europe. So again, I will be making a note that it's not only just the flights, but they are also offering, as part of the package, is the hotel accommodation. So they own the hotels as well, and throughout the UK and as well as Europe. But also, I will be making a note of that. What about people? If people don't want to visit Europe, or if the people have visited all of the European countries, so what will be the impact on that? So we will look into that as part of the one factor as well. Okay. As well as a full holiday package, which includes flights and accommodation. Holidaymaker also sells packages of day trips, entry to tourist attractions, and advanced meal bookings at the customer's destination. So you can see that they are offering the full holiday package, but also the packages of the day trips, obviously, in those destinations. Okay, unlike its competitors, Holidaymaker has not upgraded its website. So whenever they talk about the systems or the website, IT systems, so that's all about technological factor that will come in my mind. Okay, so the first of all, economic. Although that nothing really mentioned about that here in this case, but like I said, because of the nature of this business, think about if there is a fluctuation in the exchange rate, especially between euro and pound, for example, that it will affect the choice of people, the way they want to um, go. So that's kind of a threat in that sense. Similarly, if the interest rate changes, if the interest rate is lower or higher, that will have an impact on the demand as well, because if people will have to, pay more money to survive, and then they might not have any money left for the holidays. The people might just wait until the economic situation settles down in the country where they are based in. So there are a number of factors. There are a number of economic factors that can be a threat. Similarly, for example, increase in tax rates um, can lower the demand for holidays as well. So it depends on that. But also disposable income. Remember that people go on holidays from disposable income. Yeah. So one of them, I mean, all of those are valid, by the way, but it's just that you need to kind of pick one and then talk about it, that this is a threat, how it is a threat, and make one suggestion to minimize this threat. So I would say lower disposable income can lower the demand of holidays. Is a threat to holiday maker business. Okay, and so explain one action holidaymaker could take to reduce the threats under each category. Now, what they can do is that probably they can offer discounts. And offer discounts to attract customers. So despite the fact that with their low disposable income, they might be able to afford it and it might attract them and they might actually go on holidays. The second thing that what they can do, although that your answer up to this point is okay. Yeah. But if you want to go on about it, you can talk about things like offering flexible payment options. So for example, zero finance for let's go 6 months or 12 months, depending on the amount. Okay, so that's one of them, but this is not the only valid answer. Like I said, that if you talk about the changes in tax rates can impact the demand of this industry. So that's an economic factor as well. It could be changes in tax rates or changes in interest rates. So those points are equally valid. Now, social. Now, if you think about it, what is the thing with people that people change their preferences? So this business that they are currently offering within EU, within the Europe, What about the people don't want to visit there? Okay. So you can say customers may change their preference destination or another destination may become a trend. And remember, the people follow trend. And so this is a threat because this business is currently only offering in the UK and within EU, those European countries. So what is the suggestion here? So what action they can take? Well, expand and the business, meaning the flights, perhaps hotels, or whatever they are doing within EU, that they can do the same with the other destinations. So expand the business and start offering packages outside EU countries. And perhaps, particularly the ones that where the trend is um, normally that there is a trend of going there. So for example, Turkey is one of the destination that people normally prefer as well if they have been in the EU countries already. Or it could also be Dubai. Dubai is a very popular place as well. So just kind of thinking about the practical side of things, people might prefer that. So again, what else can be there? Think about that as part of their packages that they are providing meals, accommodation, and some people they prefer to book separate holidays, sorry, separate accommodation that they might not like the accommodation as part of the package, as well as they might want to buy food or explore food in other places in those countries rather than just eating uh, within the package, and they might not be happy with that food. So again, what they can do that they can perhaps offer those just flights and or options of buying from outside, stuff like that. So that will be a valid point as well. Now, the third one is very obvious in relation to this scenario. And if you look at this final paragraph, unlike its competitors, Holidaymaker has not upgraded its website, and there's a serious threat there. And booking system for a number of years, all bookings must be made over the telephone by their customers or by email. Now, a lot of people don't want to go through that. Nowadays people just book, things online straight away. They prefer doing that, especially the younger generation. So there is a serious threat there. And especially as you can see, there is currently no facility on their website for customers to book their holidays and package. So what we can write here is outdated website and not having online booking is a serious threat, as this is offered or this service is offered by its competitors, meaning the business competitors, of course, this business. Hence, customers might go to the rivals. Rivals is another word for competitors, of course. Okay, so what they can do? upgrade the website. So suggestion will be upgrade the website, offer online bookings, and perhaps develop an app as well. So people can download the app and then they can look at things and they can book their holiday packages. Okay. I mean, also in terms of the explanation, you can also mention that sending emails and staying on the phone and providing all of the information that the business need that people normally might not have time because of the lifestyle, modern lifestyle as well. And therefore that they normally prefer the advanced technology nowadays. And that is a threat, of course. Okay, now the next part of is identify one of the remaining Pestle categories. Now we know that Pestle stands for P for political, E for economic, and S for social, T for technological, L for legal, and E for environmental. So we can write here just one of them, but I'm just writing those remaining. So political, and the other one is legal and environmental. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Now, part B is match each of the technologies to one significant disadvantage it brings to accounting systems and business. Now, automation, or what automation does is that it frees up time of more valuable work. So some of the functions are performed automatic. Machine learning, now this speeds up the data entry. And blockchain is transparency of the transactions, and electronic document filing, security, and confidentiality. Okay. So this is from the IT side of things, of course, and you can see how they structure these questions. So it doesn't have to be from one single chapter, that they can kind of, combine different topics in one task. Okay, now identify whether each of the following statements about the financial statements of limited companies is true or false. So this is from the first chapter, which is the business organizations, different business organizations, and their financial statements. To some extent, you can fairly say that this is from the financial accounting side of things. And if you have already studied that unit, that it benefits you at this point. Okay. The preparation of financial statement is the responsibility of the shareholders, and we know that this is not true. Whose responsibility it is? It's the director's responsibility to prepare financial statement and publish them. It's false. Financial statement must be approved by shareholders. That's true. So who has the preparation responsibility is the directors, but it must be approved by shareholders. And in other words, the directors are accountable to shareholders, because remember, shareholders have invested the money and the directors are running the company, running the business on behalf of the shareholders. Okay, now the final part of this task is complete each of the following definitions about unlimited liability partnerships. Goodwill in a partnership can be defined as, so they're giving you these different options. So first one is the partnership agreement. Well, partnership agreement is not goodwill. The partnership contract, again, it's not goodwill. The amount by which the business total value exceeds the value of these separately identifiable net assets. That's true. That is what is goodwill, which means that the value of, if you sell this business, the people will be happy to pay you more than your net assets. The amount paid for brand, well, that got nothing to do with the goodwill. The ownership properties, salary, and distribution of profit is defined by. Now, This is normally the partnership agreement, the amount by which okay, so the ownership proportions, salary, and distribution of profit is defined by partnership agreement. Okay. Now, in absence of a partnership agreement, then remember the terms and conditions of Partnership Act 1890 will be applicable. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful, and I will be back with more videos. If you're currently studying business awareness, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you're looking for some other tasks in relation to business awareness or any other level 3, level 4 unit, or including AAT level 1 and 2 as well, if you have any questions related to that, you can always comment as well, and I respond to my viewers always. So thank you very much for listening. I will be back with another video.